In the Grade 1 Unibet Morgiana Hurdle, it is Lossiemouth and Ricci, the stable companions, who turn in front of Indawi, and dropped in at the back is Glen Kiln. Round the bend they come for the first of 8 flights. It is Lossiemouth and Paul Townend just leading Ricci and Mark Walsh, followed by Indawi, Jack Kennedy, and a little break to Glen Kiln and Brian Hayes, who complete the field racing towards the first. It's Lossiemouth out over the first flight, followed by Ricci and Indawi, tracks closely in third, with at least 4 lengths back to Glen Kiln. Heading for the winning post the first time. The leader is Lossiemouth, the star mare's first race of the season. Leads a length of Ricci third, half a length back Indawi, and much closer, fourth of the 4 is Glen Kiln. Turning away towards the second flight. Order unchanged. It is Lossiemouth in front of Ricci, who's just second from Indawi, and the back marker is Glen Kiln. Going uphill to flight number 2, Lossiemouth extends her advantage to a couple of lengths of Ricci and Indawi and Glen Kiln. Over that second flight, bit of a run to number 3. No changes. It's Lossiemouth followed by Ricci. Indawi last but one, and the back marker is Glen Kiln. Making the descent to flight number 3, the Unibet Morgiana Hurdle. In the lead is Lossiemouth by a little more than a length to Ricci, third Indawi, and fourth of the 4 is Glen Kiln. As they approach flight number 3 at the foot of the track, Lossiemouth up over from Ricci, third is Indawi, and Glen Kiln, after a slight mistake, continues the back marker. Turning right-handed to head down the back straight with another 5 flights to jump. It's Lossiemouth going back into an advantage of under 2 lengths from Ricci, third Indawi, and whipping them in is Glen Kiln. Heading for the halfway stage in the first of 2 flights in the back straight. It's Lossiemouth and Paul Townend going along up top from Ricci, Mark Walsh, and Indawi, Jack Kennedy, and finally Glen Kiln and Brian Hayes over that first one in the back straight. Lossiemouth continues to lead the Morgiana field, just second Ricci from Indawi, and Glen Kiln the back marker. At the last of 2 in the back straight, and Lossiemouth took a chance at that hurdle. Heads off the back straight, closely followed by Ricci, Indawi, and Glen Kiln, although the back marker very much in touch. The quartet are covered by 3.5 lengths. They turn towards the third last flight. 5 furlongs to go. Lossiemouth moves back into a couple of lengths advantage. Ricci has just lost second to Indawi, and then Glen Kiln. Heading for the second last flight, it is Lossiemouth, the leader, from Indawi into second. Pushed along Ricci on the outside of Glen Kiln. 3.5 furlongs to go, 2 left to jump as they clear the flight at their point of departure. And Lossiemouth has opened up an advantage of over 4 lengths from Indawi. Glen Kiln plugs on into third. Relegated to be last of the quartet is Ricci. But turning the screw on the turn into the straight is Lossiemouth, and away she goes from Glen Kiln, who's winning the battle for second ahead of Indawi and Ricci inside the 2 with 1 flight left. In the Unibet Morgiana Hurdle, out clear is Lossiemouth and Paul Townend from Glen Kiln and Brian Hayes, and nearing the final flight it is Lossiemouth in front from the start. She's safely over. A distant second is Glen Kiln, and then Indawi and Ricci. They're finishing in single file and well strung out too. It's Grade 1 win number 8 for Lossiemouth in the Unibet Morgiana. Another of same for Paul Townend and Willie Mullins. Second is Glen Kiln, Indawi third, and last of the 4 Ricci.
Let's quickly get Willie Mullins' verdict on Lossiemouth's win. Made the running with her today, Willie. Did it go roughly how you thought it would beforehand?
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether Glen Kiln or something was going to take her on, and it looked, Ricci jumped out with her. He ran a terrible race. Whatever the heck was wrong with him, I don't know, but we'll find out. He didn't show up at all, but she ran a cracker. Looks like we'll come probably plan for Leopardstown at Christmas
rather than Kempton. Why Leopardstown this time?
It's next door, isn't it? And we don't have state men, so she'd look It looked the right decision to do, yeah.
I know you're planning to run Amsterdam next weekend. Yeah. Is he going to have to do something special to oust her from the top of the pecking order in this division, though? In your horse?
In my horse, I was wondering, because, next weekend looks very good. Constitution Hill, the new line, Golden Ace, I hear, is going to run there. And Amsterdam is going to be a tip-top race. Looking forward to that. I think so. I mean, she looks the top of the pecking order there now, and she'll stay at home probably for 2 Leopardstown, and then we'll decide near the time which way we go when she travels across.
Lovely. Willie, thanks very much. We'll let you go get your trophy. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Bye. We just walked back in with Paul Townend after Lossiemouth's win. Paul, did it go pretty much how you thought it would before?
Yeah, I thought it was just keep it simple. She was entitled to do what she done. We'll learn a whole lot more about her, probably not. But no, it's good to get her back on track and see where we go from here.
Thoughts on jumping? She just seemed a bit long at one down the back, was she?
Yeah, the last down the back was probably my fault. She was taking it in a little bit in front, and it was kind of, go on then if you want, and she took a chance at it. But she came for me, and the good ones are meant to come for you. In a more competitive race, you'd be attacking that stride and she's used to taking them on that stride,
And obviously you rode her from the front today. You've held her up in small fields before. Is there a kind of a formula you think suits best?
She's simple. She's very simple. It looked the obvious thing to do today. Was she stays and she was the best in the race, so we just done that. But yeah, you can go back to riding her the other way probably as well. But it was good to get a feel off her in front as well.
And just final question: in your heart of hearts, do you feel she's better at 2.5, or is she equally effective at 2?
I don't think we learned that today, to be honest, because it wasn't competitive enough up there. But look, she's a very, very good filly, and we'll know a lot more in a week's time, I think.
Yeah. Paul, thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Cheers.
Thanks.